oops, I'm not streaming. And so I literally only put one thing. I haven't done anything yet. So let's yeah, I do have some time that I can stream before work today. So let me just show you guys where we at and what I'm working on. So oh, I have to take an order. Oh yeah, I also added the price. So this is just for now. We just put fake prices, $5 for everything, which makes no sense. If everything in the store costs $5, oh yeah, let me go buy a computer. Anyways, for now we put $5. Later on, when we're working on our actual real store, we will put prices, more realistic prices for each item. Okay, so now we're just gonna take an order. We're gonna choose something easy. I think this one. Okay, so when we go here and we take our cart, yeah, the carts will be one of the last things I change. It needs lots of updates. Okay, we need one donut and two pizza slices. So pizza one, that's oh, pizza slice, not pizza. Pizza slice here. One, two, and we need one donut. The donut is this one. Yeah, so now after we're done, we want to go check out. Okay, so that's what we'll be dealing with now. So that's the step we're at. Okay, so we'll be working on this checkout script. So when you click on this button, that you can check out. Okay, so let's get going with this one. We're gonna put the script directly here. Um, in here. I'm just wondering where's the best place to put it. I don't want to put it on the NPC. Okay, I guess we'll put our script right here. So we're gonna put a script here which we're gonna call checkout. Okay, and when we click on the checkout here, so we're gonna get local. We're gonna get both of our prompts. The first one, we're just gonna put local check part equals to the script dot parent, and then now we're gonna get the prompts local checkout prompt is equal to the check part dot checkout with a small c, and we'll just duplicate that. The next prompt we have is the pay prompt. Oops. Pay prompt will be the same checkout part dot pay. Okay, so we have to make sure that our checkout prompt is enabled and our pay prompt by default. Actually not, because it depends on which player, and if the player, not every player should see the same thing, so that will be done in the local script. Okay, let's do that, both the local script and the server script at the same time. So let's show in Explorer, that way we don't have okay, so here I will call this checkout. Okay, so okay, so in that case, this will have to be an event, because you can only check out from a local script. So we're gonna put in our local script. These are other things I need to add. We'll add them later on. I just put some notes. Oh, we need our part. Okay, so the check part equals script dot parent. Sorry. But in our case, it's going to be workspace dot job dot. It is in shopper and John's nope, stores and John supermarket dot checkout. Okay, Now we have them, and then we can now put our checkout prompt dot triggered. We're going to connect a function. We don't need the player because we're in a local script. Okay, and we're going to get the event, the checkout event, local checkout event will be equals to, we haven't created it yet, but we will create it in game dot replicated storage dot events, and we're going to call it checkout. The next, I'm just wondering where is checkout, and then oh, hi. Okay, and then next we will be, whenever the checkout prompt has been triggered, we will now make it deactivated. So dot enabled equals false, and then we're going to activate the pay prompt. However, we have to activate the pay prompt only after they've checked out. So we will deal with this in a bit, but for now we're just going to put it dot enabled equals true. And for the same thing, for the pay prompt, we'll do the opposite. Pay prompt dot triggered. Then our pay prompt, it will be the opposite. So pay prompt will be false and checkout prompt will be true. Okay, so that one we can already be able to test out. Of course, we want to check out. So our checkout event, we're going to fire that. However, to fire to the server. However, our pay prompt should not be enabled until they're completed checking out, which means we should send an event from our server script letting us know that we're completed checking out. Okay, so this script, we will hold it for now. Okay, so now we're going to start checking here. So we also going to have this a similar thing. Oops. Dip, dip. Where are you? Yeah. So again, we actually do need a similar thing here. On the server script. Check. Will be here. Dot parents. When somebody clicks checkout, we do need the player because now we're on the server. So we can get the player. And the same thing for the pay prompt, but let's start with this one. Okay, so now for the player, we're going to get the cart when you click on check cart. So we're gonna just copy here. Okay. And we're going to find the player cart the same way. Okay, this way, and we're gonna call this local player cart. And if player cart, then by the way, actually we'll do if not, well, if it's nil, if type of player card equals nil, that we don't have it. Then we're just going to give a notice that they have nothing to print. Just say no cards, and then we're going to return false, so we're no longer going to continue. But if they have it, then we're going to continue by we're going to get our items. So local items will be equals to player card, get children, and we will put here checking out dot dot dot, and we're going to put here items. We're going to put the number of items, and I will deliberately put here to name the item so we can test it out. Okay, so let's test that out now. Okay, so let's start with nothing. So if we try and check out our output, oh oops, oh yeah, our event that we haven't created yet. Let me check out one. They're both called checkout, so okay, so the one that's not in the replicated storage, let's just do that right now. Replicated storage, events. So we're gonna add a new remote event. I really shouldn't put this in a much nicer order, but we can probably do that later. So remote event, we'll call this event checked out. Actually, we will call it from the server. So checked out, and we'll have another one called paid. So this one will be the paid event. So we will do that. Okay, so this is the local script. So our checked out event on client event, we're going to connect. Oops, not color free. We're going to connect a function. So we're not going to deal with that triggered here. I'm wondering. Because if we have an error checking out, we'll end up with not having our checkout button ever coming back. So that's what I'm trying to fix this. If we every time we click this, yeah, so we will put it, everything is controlled by the server. So our checkout prompt dot enabled will be we've just checkout event. To make it more sense, it will be the checked out event. So you've just checked out, so then your prompt should be the pay prompt. pay prompt. Next, the paid event. Duplicate this. So once you've done paying, then we put back our checkout prompt, and pay prompts enabled is now false. Okay, so we're not gonna delete this one on the server script. So there we go. On the client script. Okay, so now our server script will deal with all of that. So in our checkout, we're going to copy this. Put this here. Okay. So when they check and they click on checkout, it has been triggered. After all of this, we will trigger the checked out event. Checked out event. We're going to fire to the server, client, and the player, and yeah, that like this one. Okay, so let's test this one out. Checkout is not a valid. Oh, I forgot about to fix this one. This one we just need to put wait for child. We can wait for child, or we can just wait 3 seconds. In 3 seconds, everything should have loaded. Okay, so we have a wrong arithmetic somewhere in shopper line 54. Shopper line 54. 54. Order total plus equals the item price times the item dot quantity on instance. One is an instance and one is a number. Okay, let's see. Item dot price, item dot quantity. So we have this item here. Fine, 5, 4. Okay, so the best thing we can do here is print both and sign out which one is and which one is number of items. Which one is not a number? So we're just going to do this. Wait 3 seconds. Okay, here it is fine. They're both numbers. For some reason, there was a problem with maybe one specific item, so we're gonna have to figure that out later. Okay, so we're testing out our checkout button. So if we click on checkout, it tells no cart. Okay, so we have no cart, so we can't check out. It returned. Okay, lots of errors. So now if we have a cart and we pick up some stuff to put in our cart, or we don't need these items. Okay, currently we put that if you're a shopper, you can only collect items that are on your shopping list. So let's just do that. We will get 3 waffles. I think that would be easier to find. I forgot to change the distance for this thing. 3 waffles. One. That's not a waffle. Oh, this one. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go check out. Okay, so it tells us we're checking out. We have one item, which is a weld. Oh no. That's not what we want. Okay, so we need to check where our items are going when they enter in the cart, because that's definitely not what we want. Okay, so let me go find out. We're going to go in our workspace, go to Lixi's mom, and then let's see where our waffle went to. Okay, so this is I'm looking for shopping carts. Okay, so they clearly are in the shopping cart, but it only got the weld. We do not want the weld. Okay, let's just check the shopping cart. Okay, so we need that weld, which is connecting us to the shopping cart, so we can't delete that. Okay, so apart from the weld, we need everything else, but it only gave us the weld and not the other things. That's because we put them in a local script. Oh, so our items, all our items while we're shopping are done in a local script, which means that when we go and check out, they actually don't exist on the server script, on the server, the game server. So which means while we're shopping and we're adding items, the next other players actually do not see those items, because it's all being done on your own phone or computer, and it's not being done on the server. So first thing for our checkout to work is we have to be shopping on the server and not on the local script. So we will have to redo a lot of our shopping. So we're going to put we're going to have a new shopping script for the server. So we're going to put our shopping script in the shopper folder. So we're going to create a script here for shopping, and we have a lot to redo. Okay, so in our shopping, let's see which ones we can directly put. Okay, so we're going to copy all of this, and we're going to paste it into our shopping script. Even our cart needs to be in the server script as well, because when we pick up our cart, only we can see it, and it's not being done in the server. Okay, so since this is shopping here, we're gonna delete the player. We will not be able to get the player on the server script this way. Okay, so our stores now, since our script is now here, we need to find our shopper folder. So we'll make this a little different. So local folder, let's just call folder equals script.parent, and our stores is actually in that folder dot stores dot and shopper folder dot stores. So folder dot stores dot get children is where our stores are now. The shopping items, we will change that. Okay, there's a lot of things that we will be having to change. Oh my. Okay, our list of items, this we will have to find on the player, so we'll put this, we'll have to move that. Our notification text as well, we will have to change these things to inside functions, and the player card as well will be new. All of this will be entered in functions. Okay, so for store, so we're gonna cut this and bring all this down. They have to enter in different script. So on the server, we can go through all our items in the store, and we can add click detectors on them. So we want to do that. So we're gonna add a click detector on every item in the store, and then when we click on them, there's two different things. click detector on the server does give you the player who clicked, which is awesome. So oops. Player. So we've collected the player who clicked. Hi. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I don't know what's up with my mic this time. I'm just gonna try and bring up my volume. Maybe you can hear me better now. Let me bring it up higher, closer to my mouth. Okay. It's showing here that you can hear me a bit louder. Okay, so let me see. So the function. Yeah, so now when we click, we have our player, and we have to check whether they have a shopping cart. So if they have do not have a shopping cart, so we need to get that notification now. But this notification, we will change it to we're now on the server script, so we're going to go to game, replicated storage events, and the notification event. And our notification text, we will be doing a fire to the client, and we have to choose which client that will be the player. Okay, so we have to do this for all our notification texts. We'll go with notification text first, and then we'll deal with the rest. Other notification text. Other notification text. Okay, so that's it for all our notification text. Now for our player cards. Okay, so we do need a place to put our player cards, and we will start. We'll actually define it right here. So local player cards, and we're going to find it. So that's resolved. Now our shopping items will also have to go in that function. Okay, so that's if the player is shopping. Then we need to deal with those shopping items. And if they're not, we just have a regular person shopping, and they're not a shopper. So we also have to find out whether that player shopping is a shopper or not, but we will deal with that later. Okay, so our click detector. Anchor. Okay, so this function has to be up here, has to be before this one, and we have to also pass the player card because we do not have it. So when we call this function, we will pass the player card. Okay, so this is not happening on the server, so we will deactivate the script. And we don't need it anymore. Okay, let's do some shopping. Let's see if this time when we put things, okay, it says we don't need it because it does know we're not shopper. We're just a regular person. Sushi, okay. We have to find out which one is named sushi, not all of them. Oh my. It shouldn't be this way. I shouldn't take sushi. Can I change orders? No, you can't change orders. Once you have an order, you can only stick with that order. And I don't see anything else here that could have a we're restarting. We will clearly not have this issue when we finalize our store, because we'll make sure that there's only one thing with that could be one option. Okay, so the omelette. I think I've already seen what the omelette is. So we're gonna take a cart, and omelette is one of these. Oh no. I think our issue is worse than that. It's not finding any items in our, it's not finding this list of items that we need. Because now that we put it on the server script, okay, so let's see now our items. It doesn't know what items that we need. So let's double check our shopping here. So we say shopping items. So if we print this list, we're gonna do a print. Shopping items. We want their children, get children. Okay, so we can see what items that they found, but it looks like they're not finding any items on the server script. Okay, we've chosen this, and so this is our shopping list up here. So let's see what items are found. We don't have a cart. Okay, so there are items found. Put UI, template, grid layout. But we have no items. We have lots of things, but no items in our cart. So yeah, so it's not finding any of these things that are up here. Okay, so I have to do a little changing, guys, actually a lot of changing. And this is my fault. I started with, when I was scripting, I did all the scripts on this using local scripts, because I just wanted to get the scripting part done. So like pretty much we have all our scripts. They need to be arranged correctly. So these are all done in the server, in the client side. So the server side does not, it's independent of what's happening in the client. So we need to put it in a way so that on the client, the server side, it has all that information that it will have access to. So I am going to do a lot of changing the order. Maybe I'm gonna have to break this apart in quite a few different scripts around between the server and client to make sure that it works seamlessly. And yeah, I'd really want us to be able to start our checkout. I mean, I can do it on the client for sure, but I wanted it to be done on the server. Yeah, you know what, we will do it on the client, and I'll put it on the server later, just so that I wanted to show you guys we're doing the checkout script. That was today's stream was about, but we're not apparently not ready for that in our game script. But since I really want to show that script first, we'll go ahead and do it in the local script where it will have access to this. So we will put it back to being local, just so you guys know, because it's local, other players will be unable to see. Okay, so 3 cheese, 1 oh, I thought I had deactivated this script. Shopping 33. Oh no. Oh no, I know what happened all this time. I created a new script, but I was writing in the wrong one. Okay, this is our shopping. So it's not supposed to have, whatever it just showed me is this one, which is not supposed to be active. I thought I had deactivated this. Okay, I had not. So what did I deactivate? Oh, I deactivated this one. Oops. Yeah, so this is the shopping script that we want to run and not the one on the server for now. Okay, I'm just saying that fixing this script we will not have enough time to do that before I have to go to work. So we'll just get it done on the client, and later on we'll put it to the server. Okay, so let's choose an order, something I know where everything is. This one maybe. Okay, a drink should be that. A drink and 3 cupcakes. This should be a cupcake. 1, 2, 3. And which one is a drink? One of these have to be a drink. There are no other. Oh, this. Yeah. All right. And now we can click on checkout. Okay, so now we're good. We can put our checkout script on the client. But we do know that if we're actually playing the game, we do not want it on the client. Okay, so this is just so that we can complete today's goal for the stream. Hi. And today's goal for the stream is having our checkout, so you guys can see how the checkout script is done. Okay, so let's go back here and work on our checkout. Okay, so this will be the checkout in the end. So we'll duplicate this and deactivate it. That's how it has to look when we're working, when we fix our script. But since we haven't, we will just deal with it differently. So now we're going to click on our checkout prompt dot triggered. We're going to connect a function. We're in the client, so we don't need to know who did it. So now we need to get our list. So local. Okay, we didn't get our player, so local player equals game.players.local player. And when they click, we need to find out what's we need to get the cart, so we can just go to our shopping. And the same thing we had done previously, get the player cart, local player cart equals this one, and then we want to get everything that's in the cart, so we'll do a print of the player cart and get children. Okay, so let's see if we can get it in the. I've learned auto scripting from you. Oh, thank you. I'm happy to know that. I'm glad to know that. And if you have any specific questions, you can let me know. And yeah, I can definitely try and help as long as I know how. Okay, so we wanted to test out if when we check out we can get our list. So we're gonna just take a quick order, one sushi. Sushi give us issue, so let's choose one omelet. We know what the omelet it looks like. Not this one. Yeah, so now, oh, two, we need two. Okay, so now we have our omelet. We can go and click on checkout, and we'll open our output, and we click on checkout, and let's see if we have our items. And yes, we do. So it tells us that we have two omelets. Okay, so now that we have our items, we can now start working on our checkout script. Okay, so what we will do is we're going to have this label here. I'm going to increase it. We're going to pretend that this is the computer. I'm going to make it a little bigger. We will change the location when we're doing our design, our 3D design. For now, we're just working on the script. So we'll decide that this is our computer screen. And the text label, I'm going to make it bigger to fill up the whole computer screen. So for the size, actually, let's just put here a frame. Not a regular frame, actually, we're going to put a scrolling frame. And this will be the items. And let's make the frame fill up this label, we'll put it inside the frame. Let's make our scrolling frame fit the entire width of this. So we're going to go and deal with the width. So the anchor point, let's make it 0.5 and the position 0.5 and the size 1 to make it fill up the entire thing. But x is 1, y is going to be less than 1. That's because we're going to put other information, other labels as well. So on y, we're going to make it 0.7 maybe, like this. Okay, because we want our total. We want to show our total. So even smaller, 0.6. Okay, and this text label will just be a template for an item. So this will be item template. Actually not, because we're going to put another frame for each item template. Okay, and leave it at 0, 0. We want the position to be at 0, 0 as well. And we want the size, x will be 1, and then y will only be like 0.2, even smaller, 0.05. Okay, that will be one line of item. And this items frame will be a UI list. So we're going to put a list layout, and we're going to make them one under each other. So it's going to be vertical. Okay, it's already vertical. We can't tell because everything is not the same color, so we'll just put temporary colors just to differentiate some things. Okay, so because of our scroll bar, we can't have this too wide, so we're going to make it a little smaller. This frame will be a tiny bit. So on x, 0.9. Okay, and in this frame we'll have 3 different information. So we're going to have 3 labels. I'm just going to make them all one time. Duplicate, duplicate. Okay, and it's going to be a UI list layout. And this list will be a horizontal list. And each label, one will be the name of the item name. One is going to be the quantity, and one is going to be the price. Okay, so let's item name, quantity, and price. Okay, and now let's deal with their sizes. So item name, we're gonna select all one time. We want Y size to all be 1. So they all have the same height. And now for X, X will be different sizes. So the name, let's say make the name be half the size. And then quantity will be 0.25. And price will be 0.25. So that makes it 1 in total. Okay, they could actually be smaller. So X size, we'll put it at 0. Even less. Okay, 0.2 for the price. For the quantity, 0.2. Even way less, 0.1. Okay, and all the rest will go to the name. So we have 0.2 and 0.1, so that's 0.3. So we have 0.7 left. So the name will take 0.7. Okay, so now we're going to put just some fake information. So here we'll just put, say, cheese, for example, and we'll say the next one we're going to say like 3 cheese. For now we'll just put 1. Okay, we'll just put, I'm just wondering whether or not, yeah. So we put 3, and for the label price, we're just gonna put here $15 for the 3 cheese. Okay, so that's what this one will look like. And then if we'd have multiple items, they will just add themselves to the, they will just keep being added here. Okay, so UI list layout, let's change the layout order. So our starting frame, okay, so this will be an item template. We're going to start our layout order with 99, and I will show you guys why. We're going to be adding all new items at the top instead of at the bottom. Okay, and layout list order. Okay, we're good. Okay, so now let's go to our checkout script, and let's start putting items on our screen. Okay, so we're gonna get our screen first. So we can get our screen will not change, so we can take it, we don't need to take it in the prompt, we can get it outside. So local checkout screen is, we gotta find it in there. We're gonna call this checkout screen. Okay, if anyone scripter here might see some bad practices already. As I said, right now we're just dealing with the script for our checking to check out. We will reorganize everything in the end, because I did all the scripts locally, which is not so good. Yeah, so like I'm also learning like a lot of you, and I'm realizing, that was a bad practice, that I, just to get all the scripts done, I did them all local. Now we have to go and reorganize so that it can work seamlessly with the server. Yeah, I will not have time to fix it before work, so we're just going ahead and continuing some of the bad practices here. Uh, but it's just so that we can show you guys how the actual scripting part is working to put our to check out on our computer screen. Okay, so now we have our checkout screen. We're going to do we're going to get all our items. So we're in all these items, we will delete the weld. So we're going to put all those children. We know that there is, among all those items, that we have a weld that we do not want. So we want to remove that weld. I'm just checking. Uh, 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 uh. It just crossed my mind that oh, the weld is a big issue, because we're gonna have an animation, and the weld will cause a pause in our animation, an interruption. because it's not an item. We want to remove our world from in here, but okay, well, we'll start. Oh yeah, it's very simple. Okay, so let's I came up with the solution already in my head. So local player cards items will be equal to all of these. So all those, everything that we find, we'll call them items. We'll skip the weld while we're doing our for loop. So for every item in items, in it's in I pairs because they're instant iterating pairs. Do okay, so we're going to check each item. So this is the actual object, but we only want the name. So we will be putting item name. Item name will be equal to item dot name, and we will find this item in the store. So yeah, so this item, we're putting underscore before it because it's not yet the item that we want, and the item that we want is the actual item in the store. So the local item in the store will be equal to the store. Okay, so if we have our store, it's in the items folder. Dot items, find first child, item name. Okay, and let's print item if we find this item. Okay, so now what we will do is if we find this item, if type of item not equals nil, not equals is, it goes like this, but I'm just saying if I should do the opposite way. Not equals nil, then print item. Okay, so let's look at this for now. Make sure we have all our items. Hi. Okay, so let's oh, we already have an error. I like to see 0 errors in my okay, so here, this is where we see someplace we found price. Instead of a number, I should put also what item caused this error. So we have definitely have an item that causes that error. So we have to find out which item it is. Shopper line 55. Shopper line 55. Okay, so for this to not happen again, because this gave us price and not. Okay, so it's dot value. Now I know what item caused that. Because if price, the other possibility of price is in here, and that's when it causes an error. It's when price is equal to this, which is an instance, but we need the actual value of it. Okay, so that's fixed. We'll not get that error again. It happened to find one item that actually had a price on there. Okay, so that's resolved. Okay, let's choose something in John's Supermarket. Jimmy. We actually have no orders from John's Supermarket. Oh man. We need an order from John's Supermarket. I should put a refresh orders button for this, but we're testing. That's it's only because we're testing. We must test from John's Supermarket. Okay, there we go. We got an order from John's Supermarket. because that's where the checking lady is. We don't have a checkout for the next place yet. Tablet. What's a tablet? This little pill here. No, that's not it. Okay, let's go this mode. Okay, so we need a sushi. And okay, so now we got sushi, and now we need a tablet. I think it was like a tiny pill. Oh, it was too tiny. That's why I couldn't click on it. Okay. So now that we've got it, let's click on checkout. Yay! So we've got sushi and tablet. Yay. Okay, so there we go. It gave us nil. It was not supposed to enter nil. So let's see what's going on. Print. I said if it's not equal to nil. Oh, oops. Nil has to be in it's a text nil. So we have to be careful here. I think I did that a bunch of places. I'm always forgetting. If we say not equals to nil, we don't. It's not the nil value, but it's an actual text, because if it doesn't find it, it's actually equal to the nil text. Okay, so yeah, that way we're not gonna. It's not gonna waste our time and enter the nil when it doesn't find the item. Okay, so now that we can do this, let's we're going to do a wait between. So we're gonna have an animation, but we're not going to do work on our animation now. So instead we're just going to put a wait 1 second so that we can see time in between, maybe less than a second, 0.5. We will see. So for each item that is not nil, we're going to place that item on the screen. And we're going to put the item on here and then put it on the screen at the same time. But for now, we're just going to put it on the screen. So we have our checkout screen. We're going to get an item template. So local item template or item UI is equal to our checkout screen. So let's go find our checkout screen, dot surface GUI, dot items, dot item template. Okay, so we can literally put this up here. Local item template is equal to this. So our item UI will be our item template, and we're going to clone it so it's a copy. If we take the same item, we cannot have multiple of it, so we're cloning it. We have to make sure that our item template is not visible at the beginning. Dot visible equals false, so like it doesn't exist. And also all right, so now that we're doing this, we will start with local order equals 90. We gave our, so now you guys will see why I put the item template order to 99. We will just start at 98. Okay, so order equals 98, and then every time we're done at the end of an item, we will decrease it, and you will see the effect on the UI by doing that. So if it's not nil at the end, we're going to make the order minus equals 1. So the order will become, the order is going to be layout order. So don't confuse with order or placement order. It's the layout order. To make it clearer, I'm going to literally write layout order minus equals 1. Okay, so now we've cloned our UI. We're going to change the information on them. So the item UI dot layout order is going to be our the layout order that we start at 98, then action 97. So they all have a lower layout order, so they will be placed at the top. Okay, so next item UI dot, so the information that we need in there is the item name. So item name will be equal to that item name. Okay, we just duplicate. We have our quantity and we have our price. So for now, we're just going to quantity equals 1. Oops, dot text. Don't forget it's dot text because these are text labels. So all dot text, and that one is going to be in quotations. It's a text one. So the price will be okay, we haven't put our price on everything yet. So as you see, even in our shopper, we have two different ways to find the price. So we'll do that for now. It's just because a lot of our items do not have prices yet because we haven't worked on our grocery store. So we're gonna put a fake price. So local price is equal to 5. But if it was happened to be one of them that we already put a price on, then we will get that price because there are some that I put prices for. So our item. So our item, find first child price. If it does have a price already, then just give us the price that it already has on it. Okay, so we'll be putting this. So the price dot text, it will be equal to the $sign with a space dot dot price. Oops, not print, dot dot price. Okay, so now we should have our item name, quantity. We're starting with 1. So even if we have 3, we're making three entries for now. And then the layout order. But now we have to actually place our item on the screen. So the item UI dot parent will be equal to this item's list area. So we will put checkout screen dot the list. Item screen dot items dot surface UI dot items. Okay, there we go. And we have to make it visible. So items UI dot visible equals true. All right, let's go see if we can get our items to show on the checkout screen. Okay, so we're going to go to John's Supermarket. Boop. I keep forgetting. Forever I say we're gonna change this to make sure it deactivates earlier. It takes too long. So we need 2 tomatoes and 2 eggplants. Let's go. Eggplant is this one, 1, 2, and tomatoes, 1, 2. Okay, and now let's go check out. So if we click on checkout, oh, we wanted to see our screen. No, our screen fell down. Can we turn it around? Turn around so I can see. No. Okay, we're gonna have to go back and make it anchor the screen. It's not anchored, so it's on the ground. But we didn't have any errors. That's a good thing. But we couldn't see whether or not it was on the screen at all because the screen fell down. Okay, so let's get another order from John's Supermarket. 2 candy and 2 bread slices. That should be easy to find. Somebody tell me to fix this thingy so we can stop having arrows when we're already there. Bread slice and candy. Bread slices. So this one, I think. Yep. So 1, 2. One of each is matter. Candy. 1, 2. Okay, so let's go check out and let's look at our screen. Yeah, so we have bread slice, candy, candy. There we go. So we could just increase the quantity, but I think we'll just leave it this way. Looking at it, I think maybe it's not a bad idea that they're in order from going down instead. Thinking about it, it's probably better going down. Stop. So we will put that the order should go down instead and not up. Not at the top. I'm not sure which one will look better. Check out. Okay, we want to put a total. So now we're going to put our total at the bottom. So the total should be increasing. So let's we have our items one, and we're going to have our total. We're gonna copy this items template a little. On our surface GUI, Control Shift V. Okay, and this will be total frame, the frame for the total. And we only have two things: title, we'll call this title, and we don't need quantity. Okay, so now let's place our total in the correct spot. We want it at the bottom of the screen. So anchor point, if we want it at the bottom of the screen, we're best to go with, let's just go with 1. And for position, let's just go with 1. So we're starting from that bottom here. Okay, so now our height. So this one's height was 0.6. So we can make this one like 0.2 on the Y. Okay, so it takes a good spot there. And now for the width, we'll make it the full width. So 1. And then our price will take X will take 0.3. We'll make it well, we're not dealing with the design yet, so but I'm just going to, okay, so this says make it bigger, because once we have a bigger number, then it will be much smaller. So for price, on X, we'll make it 0.4, and for the title, we'll make it 0.6, and it's going to say total with 2 dots. And we're going to put that total X on the right side like this. If we make it scaled, we don't want it that big, so we'll just change the text size. Okay, we'll deal with the design later on. I always say I don't do all of them at once. I work on either scripts. I don't know, a lot of people, I think we need way more experience. I mean, the experienced guys can work on all of them at once, but I like to focus on just one aspect. And since we're focusing on our script aspect, I am not going to focus on the UI at the moment. Okay, so now we can now have our place with our total and our price. So let's update that every time we add an item. We will update our total. Let's put $0 for now. So our total here should say 0. Price. So it should say $0. Let's change this to total. It's not price. Total. Fine. Let's put back price. It's much easier to if the same name is troublesome. Okay, so here at every one, we're going to be adding up the total. So before our 4, we're also going to put a local total, which starts at 0. And for each item, total plus equals the item dot price. Oh, we got our price down here, so we're going to put the price here. So total plus equals price, and now we're going to put our price on the right, in the right place. So item UI dot, we're going to find the location. Oh, we don't want an item, so we're on the checkout screen. So we're going to copy the same thing. So our checkout screen dot surface UI dot total, so dot total, and then we left dot price. Then we're gonna put dot text will be equal to our $sign with a space, and then dot dot, and the total that we have been adding up. Okay, so let's put this 1 second because I found that 0.1 second was pretty fast. We'll not have time for that. Well, it depends on how, when we're doing an animation for the NPC, how long her animation of an item takes. Okay, so let's we can't check out now because we have nothing to check out with John Supermarket. No, we have no John Supermarket. Um, for our testing purposes, we can only check out at John Supermarket. So we need, okay, so John Supermarket, I think we can get all these things. Okay, so popsicle. Popsicle. What's a popsicle again? Okay, that thing. One, that's not a pop. Oh, that's a lollipop. Popsicle is, oh yeah, the ice cream, like, no, this bar. One, two. A can is one of these, so two of that. And the popsicle, again. Oh, we have a problem because, okay, so we have to make sure that doesn't happen. So we just discovered a bug. Uh, our randomized items gave us, let me X this so you can see, gave us 2 times popsicle. So because it gave us 2 times popsicle, and when we're checking whether or not our quantity is up, we check that we find the first time that we got popsicle, and it will also check. It will always check here. So even if I'm trying to get more popsicles here, it says that our popsicles are full. So what we can do is try to prevent our randomized items from selecting the same item more than once. So we will change that in the that way we're not going to have multiple times the same item. Please give me John Supermarket. Please give me John Supermarket. No John Supermarket. We're restarting. Of course, later on, I think I said that already, that once our checkout is fine, we will duplicate it to the other store. But for now, we only have a checkout at John Supermarket. Okay. Um, tomato and waffle. Tomato, one, two tomato and two waffles, one, two waffles. Okay, so let's go check out and let's pay attention to our screen. One tomato, one tomato. So our total increased. So now we know that we have a $20 total. So at the end, once we're done, it should change our checkout to a pay button. So while we're checking out, we should not have any of we should not have any prompt while it's checking out. It should be deactivated, and then once it's completed the checking out animation, then we should have a pay prompt. Okay, so look, we can check out again. It's checking out again, and it has the very same things. So what we will make sure to do is go back to our checkout script. We're going to have a local contents equals an array, and what we're going to be doing is every time we add something to this, where are you, item.parent, we've added something on our screen that is not supposed to stay there forever. We're going to add it to that table. So table.insert into our contents table, we will add this item UI that we temporarily created to add some animation for the player. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a function at the top. So local function clear contents. It's going to just do a for every item or object or part or whatever in I pairs of contents do, and we're just going to destroy everything. If you want to make you're making sure of spelling or grammatical errors, you just make sure that up here you give it an identity. So we could call it a part for now. It's not going to be a part, but destroy. It's most likely not going to be a part. Okay, so we're just going to destroy everything that we created, and then we'll call this function every time that we're doing a new checkout. Okay, so every time we start a new checkout, the first thing we do is to destroy that. And of course, we said we want to deactivate our checkout prompt. So our checkout prompt dot enabled will be equal to false. And at the very end, when it has been completed, our payout prompt, our pay prompt will be activated. Pay prompt dot enabled equals true at the very end. Okay, so at the beginning, the pay prompt is false. It's already deactivated. So let's test this out now. We have two animations that we need done. We need the screen animation, which is the first one we started with. Oh, please get John Supermarket. Yes. 3 donuts, 1 banana. Is that easy to find? It better be. 3 donuts. Oh, I'm always wondering where bagel was. We forgot there were things on the table. I didn't pay attention because they're all okay. So 3 donuts, 1, 2, 3, and a banana. So we have lots of bananas up there and there. Let's just take this one. Okay, fine. This is not banana for them. We'll fix this all up when we're fixing our grocery store. I said before that. Okay, so let's check out and let's pay attention to our screen. 1 donut, 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 banana. Okay, so it came up to $20, but we have a problem. It still says check out. We told us to give us our and activate. Oh, we're so silly. Our pay button is a copy of the checkout, and we never changed the text. So the action text is supposed to be pay. There we go. Now it's gonna say pay and not check out again, because after we're done checking out, we have to pay, not check out. Okay, so that's fixed. We don't need to test. That's a very simple fix. Hello. So now we're also going to, in addition to putting our checkout items on the screen, we also want to put the item while it's being checked out on our counter. Okay, so we're gonna put them on the counter, and I'm gonna create a part, duplicate this, and we're gonna put a little piece here that's gonna they're gonna copy that. This is just to get a location for this red button, a location to put the item that is being checked out, right here on the screen. So remove this will be called spawn. So it's just like a spawn location for our items that we're checking out. So we're going to duplicate, we don't need any of these things on there. And it's going to be in our properties, we're making sure that it's like it doesn't exist. So we can literally just copy that C frame, but my reason for putting this there is we are now developing, so it's definitely going to change location. So we just move this wherever we want it in the future, less trouble of going and copy a C frame. Okay, so can collide, no, cannot collide. Anchored is yes. Okay, it was already anchored. Transparency is 0, and it cannot be collided with. Okay, so we can't see that. So it's like that doesn't exist. Okay, so now we're going to add this to our checkout. So we need to get that spawn. Okay, our screen checkout is completed. So now our physical checkout part. So we need to get that local spawn, item spawn, location is equal to, we're going to go to our checkout screen. Well, we can go to our store. We'll put it inside our checkout screen. So go back to here. So in our checkout screen, dot spawn. Okay, so we need to take that item. We're changing the item, not the item UI, but the item. So the item dot parent will now be this spawn location, and the C frame dot C frame will also be the same. We didn't say our item is a part, so let's just put that is a part. Sometimes it's a model, which gives us so much issues. So item dot part, we will change them we'll make sure that all our items are not models to prevent a lot of welding job work. So item dot parent, oh, we already put that parent. Item dot C frame will be equal to our item spawn dot C frame. Wow, they actually gave us a good no, we're not destroying anything. Let me see here. What? Oh, okay. Actually, good. We're not taking the item from the store. We are actually taking the item from the player. So the player item is actually this one. So we're not destroying it. We're relocating it. Item spawn location item at C frame. Okay, so we're taking it out from the player's card. So this is the item in the player's card, and we're moving it onto the checkout table place. We will have a lot of weld problems. I'm already envisioning lots of welding issues because there's lots of welds that they're welded to the cards. Hopefully, it doesn't move our entire character and stick us to the checkout table. I can see this happening. John Supermarket. 2 bananas. Okay, bananas are not gonna stick us to the table because they're all one piece. Banana, not bananas. So right, okay, and let's go check out. Okay, so see, we have our banana. Our bananas are on the checkout table now. They were, and then they disappeared. Whoa! I thought I saw it there for a second. Okay, now we have to pay. We'll deal with the pay later. For paying, we're paying for the entire order, and then the customer is gonna pay. Will give us the money back with our tip. Um, so that's how you will make money shopping. Well, not the customer, but the company. You're using your own money to pay for in the game, okay? And then you get it all back when you deliver. So yeah, if you think you after you pay, if you leave the game, um you will lose your money. So make sure you go give it to the customer first, or just don't check out if you don't plan on going to give it to the customer. Okay, so let's we haven't dealt with our pay button yet. We just wanted to deal with checking out. Okay, it didn't show any errors. I just don't I recall seeing the item, but then something happened. Okay, they probably fell. So let's make sure that this item is anchored, because I'm sure I had seen it there for a short while. Dot anchored equals true. I'm not sure if I was mistaken or not. We will see. John Supermarket take, and we need sushi times 3. 1, 2, 3, 3 ice creams. 1, 2, 3, 1 apple, apple. What's an apple look like again? Uh, they all look like apples. We're gonna get some that looks more like what they are. Okay, so now we're gonna check out. Let me make a distance so that way I can see the. Okay, so we clicked on check out, and we do have yeah. Okay, so yeah, our models did give us errors because we have some that are models. I knew this was going to happen. So we will make sure that none of our items in the future in the store are models because they're causing too many issues because we're moving them around all the time. To move a model, you have to use the move to function for models, and then you give it the position you want to move it to, but that does not work if it's not a model. So I will see. Let me just check. And our output. C-frame is not a valid member of model. Yeah. So because of this, we are prone to many problems, which we can fix. Which I already made a fix for it when we're putting it in our basket, in our cart. Yeah, so this we can only get this done um, once we have the proper items, because these items are just for testing purposes. They might not be the final items, and they're created of many parts. But instead we will deal with objects that are fully and textures instead. So we just have one piece instead of instead of having it like this. So for now, there's no point fixing it because we will change them to make them all one piece. So we will skip this part for now, but this is the correct script. It's just that it doesn't work for models. So we can move it. And we can also put them into the table.insert contents because then we're going to be deleting them as well. Okay, so now for the pay prompt, I'm just checking how much time I have. If we can work on the pay prompt now as well. Now, I think I will leave the pay prompt for another stream. We're going to fix up the scripts that's supposed to be on the server versus the ones that have to be local script before we continue with the pay prompt. Yeah, so let me show you guys. We have completed our checkout screen. Only for John Supermarket though, for John Supermarket, because we only have one completed. So let's go shopping. Skewered sweet dumplings. Skewered sweet dumplings. 1, 2. Mayonnaise. We had, oh yeah, like this. One. Okay, so now if we go and we click on checkout, we can see that it shows we can check out everything. It tells the price and the total price. Okay, so we're ready to just pay, and then once we're done paying, everything will just disappear. We can just make our cart disappear, or we can just make the player drop the cart back, and yeah, we just take the money out of our whatever money that we have with us. We can't take money from the bank. If you have money in your checkings or savings, you can't pay with it because yeah, maybe we can make you have a card and you can choose to pay with your bank card. But for now, we have no bank cards, so you can't use your money from the bank to pay. You can only use money that you have with you to pay. Okay, so yeah, so that is it for now. Thank you guys for watching now or for watching later. Yeah, we're going to reorganize the code maybe off stream because I have to really analyze things. And you guys see, I am learning. You'll see, like, a more experienced person would have probably done them in the proper locations right away. So I'm still learning, so I still have to like get them organized. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and thank you the person fake fake stay for letting me know that you learned a lot. um that encourages me to do it anyways, and yeah, to show you guys, how I do stuff. And yeah, I think there was even one of you who showed me some even better way to do something. I really really appreciate it. Yeah, I find that like that was really really helpful. And yep, so